The king in the north! The king in the north!
Yo, as always, like, share, subscribe. Now let's just get into it. So, Michigan will play Illinois this Saturday, 12 o'clock. I believe it's on ABC. Now, Michigan and Illinois are built the same. These teams are the spitting image of each other. The only real difference is Michigan has higher caliber of players, more talent. That's the only real difference in these teams, I'd say. So the thing is about this is when you're playing a team that does what you do, it can become a drawn out game, I would say, or a close game, just on the fact that they're used to what you do because they do it. So Illinois is used to going against their running back in practice and having to hit and do all these types of things. Being physical. They're used to that because that's what they do. So you got two physical teams about to play each other, and Michigan has Ohio State next week. So this could be a trap game if there ever was a case for one. Just off the fact that Ohio State is behind them. We're all waiting and looking forward to that game because it's got so much meaning to it. But Illinois is standing in our way of the undefeated matchup for the Big Ten. Now, like I was saying, on offense, we're very similar. They've got DeVito at quarterback. He's similar to JJ, and their offense it reminds me of our offense last year because this year we don't have that eye candy, and what I mean by eye candy is misdirections, whether that's a jet sweep, whether that's a motion. These types of things that create confusion for the defense. They do a little more of that like we did last year. So, but DeVito, he's been around. He's a fifth-year senior, and I forget where he transferred in from, but he's very capable and he's mobile. So on defense, we have to watch that. Mobile quarterbacks always give us the blues or give us a headache. So with him, and I'd like to see them doing this a little bit more, is a mush rush sometimes. Because, and they did this last week where they were getting undisciplined and just flying up the field. Now that's great if you can do that kind of stuff if you got a non-mobile quarterback. You're going against a non-mobile quarterback. But like last week, the quarterback could run. So you fly upfield, he steps up and picks up the yards that he can. Same thing can happen with DeVito. So I'd like to see them sometimes do a mush rush. And what I mean about a mush rush is you rush upfield somewhat, but not that much because the quarterback wants to get out of the pocket. This keeps him in the pocket and forces him to have to beat you with his arm. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'd like to see them do because if he's antsy, he's going to run right into you. Sometimes. I'm not saying do that every time, but I think it would work sometimes. Or either, like I said, delayed blitz or delayed blitzes. Those always work. Now, at running back, and just like our offense, the running back carries the load. He carries the load. Chase Brown, I think he's leading the nation in rushing. He's got what? He's got 1,400 yards, 7 TDs, 144 a game. This dude is a beast, I'd say, somewhat. I mean, he doesn't have as many touchdowns as Blake, but he's got the yardage. He's not as physical as Blake, but he's a stud. I ain't gonna hold it back. But the thing about him is, if you lay some wood on him, and I don't know if we have dudes that will come up and pop him. I'm talking about pop. I'm talking about laying some real wood. He'll throw you the ball. I've watched him multiple times, and if he gets hit right in his chest hard, he'll throw you the ball. The ball will just go flying. This dude, he's got like four fumbles, so that would be something to watch out for. Is him carrying the ball. You lay some good wood on this dude, he'll give you the ball. Now, that's about it for the offense. For their offense, it's similar to ours. Like, they bread and butter is gonna be giving him the ball, just like our bread is buttered by Blake getting the ball. So that's it right there. I'm not sure if Mike Morris is healthy enough to play. He could probably sit this one out because we have so much depth at defensive end and on the D line. He could probably sit this game out. But I'm not sure if it was just a cramp. If it was just a cramp, he can play. But if it was more than that, I'd probably sit him out, honestly. Let's see. Now, our offense going against their defense, Illinois run a 3-4. If you're in power sets, they're going to be in more of a 3-4 look. They do a great job with their zone schemes and just their coverages. These guys got like 17 picks. So, me knowing Harbaugh, I'm not sure he's going to try to test these dudes because that's just not his style. When he goes up against a team that has a lot of interceptions and good corners, he normally dials it back even more than he normally does and just wants to run the rock. Now, I'm not sure if Donovan Edwards is going to play in this game. They don't tell us anything, so I don't know. We have to wait and see. I don't know if Schoonmaker will play in this game. We know what's up. You're going to have to wait and see. But with that being the case, I just want us to get Michigan needs to take care of this game early and get Blake, sit Blake down as soon as you can. And also, if Donovan Edwards isn't able to play, and he might not be able to play in OSU, you best be trying to get CJ Stokes some carries in this game. And now I know we still got to try to win the game, but if Michigan come out, execute, and do what we can do, get Blake out of the game. I'm so worried about this dude, something happening to this dude because he carries the offense. Donovan Edwards is great, but he's not. You can't be great if you're on the sideline. So I just want us to get out this game and be healthy. At least Blake get out healthy because he's the bread and butter of this offense. None of our backs are as complete as him. But Illinois' defense, these boys fly around and they make plays. But they can be exploited because what Michigan does is we don't change up what we do. You think you can stop our run? Okay, we're going to make you prove it. And then JJ mixed in with the play action passes and things like that. Honestly, I would love for us to hit a deep ball, which you can. You run the ball, you do a play action. You can still try them deep. But you taking a chance with this defense because they make plays. These guys make plays on the ball. So you taking a chance, honestly. But the way we run the ball, you play action with the right route and scheme, you can do it on anybody. So it's just about having the right scheme and route and play call at the right time. So that's just what I'm saying because honestly, they need to hit a deep ball before OSU, but I don't expect them to try to have JJ throwing it that much in this game just because Illinois' pass defense is pretty good. They fly around, and you don't want to you don't want to mess up JJ's confidence by him throwing picks, honestly. So, and that's just not Harbaugh's MO when going against a team that has a pretty good pass defense. He normally dials it back. Now, I could be wrong on that. But for me, this game is Michigan has to keep focus and not look ahead to Ohio State. If they're looking ahead to Ohio State, this game will be closer than it should be. Michigan should be able to take care of this game with the way the defense plays. You know what's up. First half, we see what you're doing. You might get 10, you might get 13. Second half, you get nothing. You get nothing. So that's what it is. But the focus and the execution, because this is the thing about football. It's about executing. And this is why I try to tell people about the pass game, and I've been harping on it all season, because you can execute things in practice. That don't mean you're going to be able to execute it in game. It's crisp and with the same timing, because you're going against players that you don't go against every day. So with that being said, you have to get out there in the game and execute. A team can know your play. They can see the play, know it, but if you're able to execute a play so precise and so perfect, and not only know the deep route, know the middle, know the check down, that you can just keep executing the same play because you're not even getting to the full spectrum of the play. You can run a play, throw it to the flat, throw it to the flat. Oh, they took away the flat. Now I'm throwing the slant. It could be the same play, but I'm going to different parts of the play because the team knows it so well and can execute it so well. Football is about execution. That's all it is. Can you execute? Can you block and get 2 yards? Can you block on this play and get them 2 yards? That's all it's about, is executing. We can execute better than you. So that's why I wanted them to get the reps in game, because to execute in game and practice are two different things. And I've been harping on this. If you were to listen to Sam Webb and Devin Gardner and you heard my video after the game, you would think that we had a conversation almost. And this is just me saying, football minds think alike. When you know the game, you think alike, because the game it's just the game. You either know it or you don't. So that's all I'm saying. But this is about executing. Michigan comes out, execute early, gets in the end zone, makes Illinois lose all their little confidence because they've lost 2 in a row. So right now in practice, Bielema's got a lot for them to work on and have them focused. They beat us. That's a big time win. Get beaten number 3 Michigan. So they're going to be focused and locked in to get an upset. So it's important for Michigan to come out and squash them early if possible. If possible. Get out there, execute, and finish them off third quarter. So you can relax, get some young dudes in the game and on the OSU. We don't want to be still dealing with punches back and forth in the fourth quarter. That's not what we want. The longer this game plays and our starters are in there, Blake's in there, JJ is in there, only bad things can happen. Whether it's we mess around and lose the game, whether we barely scrape out and scrape together and get the win, but Blake may get dinged, JJ may get dinged. You never know. Oluwatimi may get rolled on. Like, there's so much bad that can happen. Take care of this team and let's get ready for the game, because You see what's going on. And this isn't just us. This is happening on both sides. Both sides are getting locked in, like just trying to make it to November 26th. Injuries are just piling up on both teams, like important guys. So it's important to just get this game. Let's get up, get the lead, and get those important players out of there. Let's not be up 28 with 5 minutes left, leaving somebody important in the game like Mozzie Smith out there. Let's not do dumb stuff. And one more thing, and this is for the people that say, "Oh, I trust the coach. He's the coach. I trust him. He's the coach of Michigan. He gets paid." That video I posted after the game, and I was talking about Harbaugh. What was he thinking before the half? These coaches are human. So he's the head coach at Michigan, and he sat there and had a brain fart at the end of the half with 3 timeouts, didn't use none of them, didn't take a shot to the end zone, and he sat up there at the podium and said he had a brain fart. He'd like those plays back. These dudes are human. That's why I get on here and critique everybody. I don't care if he's the coach, because he's a human. Humans make mistakes. Or they just might not be good at that job. So that's why I get on here and critique, because everybody is human. Everybody can get critique, and everybody makes mistakes. That's something in football with that clock management. What he did, I'm like, what are you doing, bro? This is unheard of. 3 timeouts, and you ain't calling none of them, and you just declined the penalty. That would have been an extra timeout. Harbaugh got up there and said, I'd like those plays back. I don't know what I was doing. I'd like that time and those plays back. So that's why I get on here and talk about it, because it's not just, oh, he's the coach, he knows, right? No, he told you I made a mistake. He's a human. This ain't Madden. So, but that's all I really got for this one, y'all. This is we can't get to this game fast enough, y'all. I promise you, we can't get there fast enough. I'm kind of scared, bro. I promise you. I'm kind of scared that something bad is going to happen. Not us losing, but it's just injuries. I don't like this injury bug. And it's not just us. It's hitting Ohio State too, with Mayan Williams and Travion Henderson, one of their top run blockers on the offensive line. I think he's out. So it's hitting Jackson Smith and Jigba, if he comes back or not. But these injuries are just kind of piling up. Everybody's kind of dinged, and I just want us to get there healthy so we can compete like we know we can. But I mean, it's next man up. I know it's next man up, but like, let's be real. If Blake goes down, it ain't looking good. Like, dude is super important. But I'm just ready to get to the game, y'all. Like, I'm just ready. But we got to take care of business with Illinois, because their scheme is so similar to ours. They should be ready for what we do. Now, can they stop it? Probably not. But they should be prepared for a running team better than most, because that's what they go against. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think last week Purdue inked out 100 yards, 100 and some yards with their back. He had like 3.3 yards a carry or something. But with our offensive line and Blake and the way we grind it out, and one more thing, I always got one more thing. This is going to be a real good test for our run defense, to see how they handle a team that's going to consistently be committed to the run. I don't think they'll be able to run consistently on us, because I just think we got the dogs to just, you might get a run here or there, but consistently You're just not going to be able to do it. But this is a good little test. I will say that. But I just don't see them being able to consistently run on us. I think I might give Brown 70 yards. And that's, honestly, I think that might be being generous, honestly. With the way our front, just our front four, honestly. Our front seven do their thing, but I think it's the front four and them dudes in the middle, they something serious. With the backups, with Mason Graham, Chris Jenkins, Mozzie, Rashawn Benny, Kenneth Grant, Cam Goody. It's just so many of them, and they're all good, and some of them, and Mozzie is great sometimes. So it's just too much. So I don't think they'll be able to handle it. But it's gonna be a good test to just have it tested. Y'all, they want to run it consistently. All right, let's see can y'all run it consistently on us, because nobody really has. Not for a full game. You might break a big run here or there, then it's you get nothing. So that's what I got on this one. JJ, I think that you'll see more of the same. I believe they will try to get that deep ball off his back, because he's got to get that monkey off his back hitting that deep ball. But I don't think they'll go try it as many times unless we just come out clicking and the game's pretty much over and they can just let him try it. You know, it won't mean anything, so you can just let him try to throw some deep balls if he hasn't hit one yet. But when the game's still close, I don't think they'll try too many shots. Not like last week, they were trying. They were really trying, and then it was like, all right, it ain't working. Let's just pound this rock and get out of here. But this week, I think they'll try them here and there, but not consistent. Not a lot. I don't think they'll force it like they were trying to last week. I think they'll try a play here or there. If it don't work, they're just going to run the ball and get out of there. With the same old, also play action, bootlegs, things like that. And get out of there. Because this game is about getting out of there healthy, man. Like, get Blake out of this game early. I wish it was a cupcake. I'd almost be like, I wish we were playing a cupcake so Blake could get in there, we blow him out and let CJ Stokes get the rest of them carries. Because if Donovan can't play, CJ Stokes is going to be very important. Because I don't know if Donovan going to be able to play against OSU. Nobody will know until the game is pretty much starting. But if he can't play, if Donovan can't play, CJ Stokes becomes very important. And knowing Harbaugh is the type of dude where he'll just give Blake all the carries. He's that type of dude. But the workload that he's giving Blake, you just have to spell him, because it's almost too much. It's almost too much. And you can see he needs those breaks. So I'm hoping Donovan is able to play, because we need him. Not only in the run game, but in the pass game also. He's just a defensive nightmare for teams coming out of the backfield. So I'm hoping he's healthy and we'll be able to go hopefully this week. If not, rest up for OSU, because we're going to need him. We're going to need him. But I ain't going to ramble and make this into a Michigan OSU video, but it is what it is. We know what's coming, but we got to take care of business and get out of this game against Illinois healthy. Take care of business and get out healthy. And hit a deep ball, please. Please hit this deep ball so JJ can not be thinking about it against OSU. He's just comfortable, like, boom, I hit one. Can you hit two? Can you hit two against Illinois so you really got that confidence? So let's just hope he can. It's needed. It's the one thing that's missing, and I know he's thinking about it. So that's all I got for this one, y'all. I'm just ready for this November 26th, but I can't put the cart before the horse because they gotta take care of business. You can't take Illinois lightly, and then they come out there and try to smack us in the mouth, and we dazed, looking ahead. But I don't think this team is built like that to overlook Illinois. So we'll just see how it plays out. Hopefully they come out clicking and don't give them any hope. Because that defense, you know how our defense gets down. So I expect them to make them one-dimensional, take Brown out of the game and force DeVito to beat you if he can. And then them boys start pinning their ears back with those different types of blitzes and things like that. You get nothing. And we get consistent good runs from Blake, JJ, and whoever else. Ball game. So that's all I got for this one, y'all. I ain't want to ramble too long. It's just, we getting close. It's been a this year done went by fast, but it's getting to this point. It's been a long time coming to get back to relevance where we're just winning consistent, and it feels good, but the job isn't done. It ain't done. We got 10 wins, but that last game is still the most important and the one that means everything. So that's all I got for this one, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, and as always, go blue.
It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine.